I'm Melody Burke. I'm 50 years old this year. First concert I ever went to was about 20 years old, so we're talking 30 years ago. Was to see Rod Stewart at the Forum. I went with my best friend Julia. We've been best friends since we were 13 years old, so that's like 37 years now. It might not have been the first, but it was among the first concerts they were letting back into LA in the Forum. We had a real hardcore chief of police named Ed Davis back in those days. And I think it was the Pink Floyd concert that pushed it over the, was the straw that broke the back of the camel. I'm going to guesstimate that it would probably be in the neighborhood of, somewhere around 20-25 concerts that I've been to my lifetime so far, of the ones that really stand out in my mind. First and foremost is Eric Clapton. I've been to see him 3 times. One configuration of his band, he actually had Phil Collins drumming for him. It was a show I went to with my friend Janet in '87. And of the 3 times I've seen him, twice has been with Janet, and she's like a total fan, like I am. And I remember that night in '87 in particular because something had brought my brother to mind. And it wasn't too long after that that he was killed. So that's kind of a bittersweet memory. I remember we went to the ladies' room at one point, and there was these young girls there, and one of them was like, I expected him to be all over the stage, and he wasn't, you know. And they just didn't understand that, you know, he got the nickname Slowhand years ago for a reason. And then the other one popped off with, well, at least we got to see him before he retired. And Janet just went off like a mad dog. She was like, retire? He's not going to retire. I saw him when he was with the Cream. He's not going to retire. Oh, she was pissed. Let's see, I've also seen, you're talking about big names, The Firm with Jimmy Page and Paul Rodgers. That was an experience. That was in Costa Mesa also. And at one point, Jimmy was, he brought out his bow. And that was where he'd be playing guitar, but he'd actually take a bow like from a violin and would play the guitar like a violin with his bow. And he was on stage and was a solo of him playing like that, and they hit him with this laser show that was this green pyramid of laser light that just started spinning around him, and it was intense. After I saw Rod Stewart, I saw Van Halen, and that was the original group when David Lee Roth was singing the first time around. The Fabulous Thunderbirds, Bob Seger, let's see, Crosby, Stills and Nash, James Taylor, Iron Butterfly, REO Speedwagon and Styx, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band with Clarence Clemens. That was quite the show. Well, you know, there's a lot of other things that have happened at different concerts over the years. I've got a lot of great memories, but some things should be better left to your imagination. I don't think I want to put them on the record on film.